The police in New York on Thursday said they were looking into claims that Russell Simmons, the co-founder of the pioneering hip-hop label Def Jam, had a history of violent sexual misconduct after mounting reports accusing him of rape. A law enforcement official said that the police department was conducting a preliminary investigation into the allegations and was eager to hear from victims. But it was unclear whether any suspected conduct could be prosecuted because it was said to have occurred so long ago and was outside the statute of limitations, the source said. As of 2006, New York State no longer has a statute of limitations on rape in the first degree and several other serious sexual offenses. The NYPD has received information regarding allegations involving Russell Simmons in the NYC area, and our detectives are in the process of reviewing that information, J. Peter Donald, Assistant Commissioner in the department's Public Relations Office, said in a statement. Following a report in the New York Times on Wednesday detailing 3 alleged rapes in New York by Mr. Simmons from 1988 to 1995, and a subsequent report from the Los Angeles Times that detailed another alleged rape in the city, at least 3 of the women received calls from police investigators, they said. Tina Baker, an 80s pop singer who was managed by Mr. Simmons and said that he raped her in his New York apartment in late 1990 or early 1991, said that she had been contacted by a detective from the police department's Special Victims Squad. Drew Dixon, who worked for Mr. Simmons at Def Jam in the mid-90s, told the New York Times that Mr. Simmons raped her in his apartment in 1995. A detective contacted her on Thursday as well, she said. The Los Angeles Times reported on Thursday that Sherry Hines, formerly of the hip-hop group Mercedes Ladies, had also been contacted by a detective. She previously told the publication that Mr. Simmons had raped her in his Manhattan office in 1983. Mr. Simmons, 60, has denied all allegations of non-consensual sex. His lawyer, Brad D. Rose, said in a statement that Mr. Simmons fully supports and will cooperate with the police inquiry and is confident of a swift resolution. Last month, Mr. Simmons said that he was stepping down from his media companies after the screenwriter Jenny Lumet became the second woman to publicly accuse him of sexual assault at the time. After those reports of alleged misconduct by Mr. Simmons in November, Toni Saul, a music journalist who spoke to the New York Times, said she contacted the Manhattan District Attorney's office to accuse him. She said Mr. Simmons raped her in his New York apartment in 1988. A law enforcement official said that a different anonymous woman had also recently reported an incident from 1991. The official said the women had been referred to the Special Victims Division so that there would be a record of their complaints if more recent allegations were to emerge. On Thursday, Mr. Simmons began to mount a public defense of himself on Instagram using the hashtag #NotMe. My intention is not to diminish the #MeToo movement in any way, but instead hold my accusers accountable, he wrote.